Netflix shrinks Warner Brothers movies' theatrical windows to Netflix length windows. Now, again, like in point one, let me preface this by saying that just in the last couple of days, Ted Sarandos, the head of Netflix, has come out and said, no, listen, we've got certain windows for our Netflix movies because all we care about is Oscar eligibility, and we're not going to change that for Netflix. But Warner Brothers, we're buying the business because we like what they do and we like how they're doing it. And so now look, he's always said he's been against the 90-day theatrical window, which I think he's dead wrong about. They should absolutely go back to a 90-day theatrical window. But it sounds like they're not really looking at touching the 45. Mm-hmm. Now, I do believe that even with everything he's saying, somebody wrote into me yesterday and asked, do you think that if a movie's doing super great, does that mean they can't leave it in theaters for longer than 45? Well, of course they can. Yeah, absolutely they can. But it also might mean there might be a couple movies they put out that are just absolutely disastrous, which, by the way, it might not even be up to the studio to pull it earlier than 30 days. It might be up to the movie theaters. Because you may be a movie studio that has your movie in a movie theater, but guess what? AMC doesn't care how many people buy tickets to go see movie X. What they care about is people are coming into their facilities to buy popcorn and soda. That's how AMC makes its money. And if you've got a movie on their screen that isn't bringing anybody in to buy popcorn and soda, guess what? AMC is going to say, how can I miss you if you never leave? And show them out the door and say, closing time, and just get the movie out of there. But generally speaking, it is a good song.
Demonetized.
That's right, copyright strike.
Yeah.
I mean, but I think in general, they are looking at keeping that. And again, Ted Sarandos saying, why would I spend $82 billion if I just wanted to gut it? That's fine. But let's get to the matter at hand. If they do decide to Netflixize the Warner Brothers releases, which they swear up and down they want to keep as full theatrical stuff, that it's best for us, that's why we're spending our money on it. And I believe them, I do. But if they renege on that, if they go back on that, if they decide, 10-day window or whatever, this isn't just a Netflix and Warner Brothers issue. The shrinking of the theatrical windows has gone hand in hand with the decline of the movie theater business. And it is infuriating to me that all the studios and all the distributors don't recognize what the movie theaters have been screaming at them. You are killing your own product by constantly shortening the theatrical windows to the point now that some people just, oh, that movie looks great. Oh, but I'll probably be able to watch it on Peacock in 2 weeks, so I'm not going to bother going. It has been one of the things that has been hand in hand with the decline of the movie theater industry. And were Warner Brothers to come in, or if were Netflix were to come in and to force Warner Brothers Pictures, which they swear they're not, but if they do, and say, 14-day windows. In theaters now, but in, 14 days, 2 weeks, 2 Saturdays from now, you'll be able to just watch it on Netflix. I think they'd be slitting their own throats. I think they're doing more and more damage to the movies in general, and it would absolutely be a complete and utter disaster. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of this video, Aura. Guys, if you are anything like me, you swear every year you're going to be on top of your Christmas shopping, and then suddenly it's December 20th, the shelves are empty, and you're standing around in Target asking yourself, does my aunt even like candles? But this year, I am not doing that because of Aura Frames. It's completely saved me. See, I always struggled with what to get people in my life, but this year I'm going to give out a couple of Aura Frames, and it's hands down the most personal, meaningful gift that I can possibly give. And here's the best part. Aura lets you upload unlimited photos and videos. Plus, the frame comes in a premium gift box with no price tag, so it feels like a classy, well thought out gift, even if you bought it last minute. Guys, you can't gift wrap togetherness, but you can frame it. So for a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames named #1 by Wirecutter by using promo code CAMPEA at the checkout. That's auraframes.com, promo code Campea. This deal is exclusive to our listeners and frames sell out fast. So order yours now to get it in on time for the holidays. Support the show by mentioning that we sent you at checkout. Terms and conditions apply. Rob, our second point here that would turn this Netflix Warner Brothers deal into a complete disaster is if Netflix, which they say they're not going to do, but if they did, this thing would be an absolute mess and an absolute disaster. Your perspective on that?
I completely agree. Look, as we've said before, everything that adds value to your product is something that is desirable. And we've said it a million times, a great theatrical run, or even a theatrical run at all, where and by the way, it can't just be putting the movies in theaters, it has to be marketing them properly as well.
Oh, 100%.
You can't
Absolutely.
have,
good point.
Yeah, you can't have Netflix go, yeah, but we're only going to spend this much on
who's
marketing.
the worst in the world at promoting their own material? Netflix. Yeah.
And but again, you're going to look at analytics and go, you're spending this much money on marketing? I mean, look, you have, and we said it before, DeLuca and Abdi, we're going to talk about them again, but you have people that know what they're doing at Warner Brothers. They're the best they are at what they do, theoretically. And if you look at the movies they put out just this year, they've had great ad campaigns. I mean, I wish they did more with Companion, but that's okay. The poster was great, the key art. But what they do for Sinners, what they did for Weapons, what they did for Final Destination, and what they did with the Minecraft movie. You look at that and you're like, look, man, you want that crack marketing team to make these films so people know that they're there, you have awareness, and if something like the chicken jockey thing happens, you even promote that. And that's what they need. And Netflix, they don't understand yet. Clearly, they don't understand how important marketing can be. But it's that marketing that tells everybody that this was theatrically released. And even if you haven't seen it, people are like, oh, yeah, the Minecraft movie, or, oh, yeah, the Weapons. I wanted to see that. Those kids disappeared all in one night. What happened? And they're going to watch it on streaming, and so they have to, they can't be in for a penny, in for a pound. They have to go all in. It's not just the 45 to 90 day window. It's the marketing budgets.
Yeah.
It's the understanding that theatrically releasing a movie has its own ecosystem, and they have to embrace all that, including trailers 6 months out, including, promoting all this stuff. And they should also build in something on the back end that tells people that, hey, this movie is coming. So after a successful theatrical release, they should start promoting, which is what they're not doing, promoting like movies promote. Make a Netflix trailer for a movie that they release that already has its theatrical trailer.
See, now you're talking about synergy. And you
Yes.
are so right about that. Because Netflix, again, like how many times have we had somebody run in, hey, John, have you seen this show on Netflix, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I've never even heard of it. If they could create a proper ecosystem here where and I think this is their grand vision, where Warner Brothers creates these movies. They have these theatrical runs. They let Warner Brothers promote, do all their kind of stuff, blah, blah, blah. Now we know it's destined for Netflix. Maybe a month before it ends up going to Netflix, Netflix starts a secondary marketing campaign for that same movie. Coming to Netflix in June. You saw it in theaters, made this much money.
Yeah.
Now it is exclusive streaming home, coming to Netflix. Bigger than anything they've ever done.
And you could even do start something new, like the Netflix countdown. If a movie does really well,
Now you're just giving them free consultation.
Well, dude, everyone
here, Rob.
knows we know everything. They just don't. We're just lowly YouTubers. But no, they should. I could do that all day, and they should do that. And as a matter of fact, everybody should know about theatrical windows and make it a fun thing. Like how Barbenheimer was. Take cues from that. It's a fun thing when a movie comes out. You promote your ecosystem. Make it a fun thing. I mean, I don't know.
So
analytics say no.
Well, I don't know that analytics.
No, I don't know
say
either.
no, right? Like
you need to have creativity.
That's been part of the thing that's been frustrating us so much for the last couple of years is that the analytics themselves have been starting to point the actual way, and certain analytics have just been ignored.
Right.
And it's like.
But analytics only knows what's already happened.
Sure.
They don't.
And can
there's
point
no
you
room
towards
for
what's working, what's not working, all that kind of stuff. And sometimes, not in the area of creativity, but you got to pay attention to that. Now, to their benefit and to their credit, again, in Sarandos's comments yesterday, it sounds like he gets that. It's just that as Netflix, we're not capable of doing it, but with Warner Brothers, we are. But if they don't stick to that, it could be a disaster. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.